somewhere in Tennessee. Just got out of Georgia. I think it's Route 26 or something. Goes through Chattanooga, getting ready to hit that. Bunch of traffic on the road. Good time to stop for fuel. So made the whole trip, almost no casualties. And then as soon as I switch over to doing my own side of the trip, not timed, coming through Memphis, I can't remember if I talked about it already. But probably my fault for having too much weight hanging off the back here with the Cadillac lights, but broke the mount on either side, hitting a gigantic jump on the interstate. So I'll have to do some fixing on that later, but I got this just so it's not beating itself to death, and it seems to be holding pretty good. And it wouldn't be a Harley without springing an oil leak. So I got a little bit of oil coming out of the primary. Checked all the bolts, they're tight, so probably just need a gasket, but I'll have to look at that when I get home. Other than that, it's doing good. She's a bit dirty from all the road grime. Definitely gonna need a good clean when she gets home. Bugs haven't been too bad. I already cleaned them once. But doing pretty good. Yeah, at the same time I hit that big bump and broke these. Came down so hard, I don't know if you can see it, right there on the helmet. Bashed the helmet into the rack. It came down so hard. Front end stayed on the ground, but I come flying off the seat, and I guess when the whole back end came back down to the ground is when it all happened. But not too bad. Take me a little break, get back on the road. Having lunch. A little bit of Slim Jim there. Motorcycle travel life. Then Tail the Dragon next. Damn, I look awful. But catch y'all later. Sunday morning. Day going back. 7:51. Leaving Maggie Valley, just filled up. Heading to South Carolina. Make a stop down there about an hour and a half in, and then beeline it straight home. A little chilly this morning. Not too bad though. I have a jacket off. A couple hours. And this has been fun. Tail of the Dragon yesterday. Woo. That was a blast. Lots of bikes. Getting out on the road by yourself. Nobody to lean back on. Nobody to bounce ideas off of when you run into issues or where you're going to go or how far you can push yourself. It's all based on what you can do. Pretty good. I encourage anybody watching this to try it. It's one of my first big trips by myself, and I've enjoyed it. Alright, let's hit the road. Alright, headed to Chesney, South Carolina. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Chesney, South Carolina. First fuel stop was the trip home. So technically, I've been through 14 states since Thursday at 4 p.m. It is Sunday at 9:26 a.m. Virginia, West Virginia, flipped into Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, then turned south through Missouri and Arkansas. Right at Memphis, I cut through Tennessee. That was 1,000 miles. Then cruise across the top of Mississippi on 74 or 72. Went into Alabama, back up into Tennessee, down into Georgia, back into Tennessee, north, all the way to Tail of the Dragon. Took Tail of the Dragon and Deals Gap over to North Carolina. Stayed in Maggie Valley last night. Left there this morning. Went south to Chesney, South Carolina. So that's 14 states. Now I'm just going back into North Carolina and Virginia, home. Well, I'm on the side of the road because I heard something fly off the bike about a mile before I could turn off at some stop here. I was trying to figure it out. It sounded metal, tinny, and I looked back and it looked like a pipe was flying. People were swerving. Well, come to find out, after looking the bike over, I only have one fishtail. I may turn around and see if I can grab it, but I reckon it should be alright. Well, I lost a fishtail. They tried to pull a Nemo on me, but I got him back. One tail down. Should be fine. It's longer than a shotgun pipe, so it sounds a little funny. She got a little mangled. Turned around and got it off the interstate. I didn't want to leave it for somebody else to hit, but looks like plenty of people got a hold of it. Nothing, a little duct tape can't hold it. But as Danny Hayes would say, the show goes on. That's about pointless. Trip so far, 1,898 miles. The last 30 miles, my tailbone was killing me. So I would say the worst miles now have been on the road this long. For me, it's probably that 80-mile mark. You're really thinking, all right, it's time to stop. But it's perfectly doable. All is well. I got my spare parts all attached. Let's fuel up, keep going. Last fuel stop. I'll make it back home. 100 miles that time. Not too bad. I made it. Couldn't leave her dirty. May only have one muffler, but she's clean.